could I weigh in on what's happening with Hockey Canada? Now, admittedly, we're a few weeks past the nadir of this particular crisis. And again, it's another institution, sports, rocked by sexual abuse, NDAs, secrets. And this crisis has all the hallmarks of that traditional throwback crisis. Lack of transparency, a CEO, leadership, governance, a governing board who thought they could get away with it, that they could ride it out, probably similar to Adidas and their decision whether or not to drop Kanye West as a brand. All these hallmarks are still there. But what's different about this crisis, I think it marks a point in time where our institutional crises, like our big brand crises, have changed. And here's the reason why. It involves secrecy. So I mentioned on the podcast this week, like that's one of the problems with how this was managed, is they managed in secret. And nowadays, it is incredibly difficult to do anything in secret because of social media, because of people speaking on social media, digital media, the internet. People can suss out problems and problematic behavior pretty easy. There's a lot of evidence and a lot of digital footprints left for people to find. No longer can a business or organization or a person or a brand or the head of a brand think that they can get away with it. Someone is going to say something. And even if a secret is still kept and it hasn't blown open yet, it doesn't mean that no one knows about it. This also mixed with this new generation of people. I'm going to call, this is my term, I'm going to call it the Reddit generation. I don't want to give Reddit all the credit, but it's this idea of mixing people coming together, a groundswell of people, all focusing on an issue. Yeah, there's some snark there, but it's people being real and open, and in many cases with anonymity that blow open these crises. So boards now, leadership, people, they can't get away with it. But if they still think in this antiquated mindset that they will, then you have a crisis like this. Same thing happened with USA Soccer, with women's soccer, the sexual abuse that happened there. We have the bystander effect. People knew what was happening. Players knew, coaches knew, people knew, but no one said anything. So it's that dangerous groupthink. But now people know, and the rise of this new generation, when there's an injustice, they won't let it sit. They won't let it sit. And if you're a board that wants to, you're dead.